Quit. Quit. Up. Remember, I don't like you very much right now. You've been a bad boy today. Well, since yesterday. There you go. Oh, don't draw me, please. High five. High five. Oh, I get it. You're mad at me because I smacked you with the newspaper earlier for being bad, right? Alright, well, I guess that's fair. So, it is Tag Tuesday, and we haven't done this in a while, so we're a little backed up on that. Gonna play catch up and do a few Tag Tuesday tags today. This one, if I can find the questions, I wrote them down as usual, never prepared. Alright, this is the tattoo tag. It was an open tag done by the lovely ladies over at Creepenstein. You need to get off me. Move. Roll over there. Thank you. Yes, the lovely ladies over at Creepenstein. I'll put a link to their channel in the description box below. Go check them out. This is just a set of questions about tattoos, which, as you know, I've got a lot of them. So, and speaking of a lot of them, the first question is, how many tats do you have? Well, I had 18. Then I got my knuckle tats. And there's a lot of debate on whether this, since it spells out words, is it one tattoo, 2 tattoos, or 8 individual tattoos. So it's 18 tattoos plus whatever these are. So, I'll leave it up to you to decide how many that is. Everybody's opinion is different on that. What's your favorite tattoo? There's a couple. This one over my heart. It is a Froude's Ferry tattoo. If you don't know who Brian Froude is, he was the concept designer and artist who made all the creatures in Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, and Mirror Mask. I have tons of his fairy art books and other products that he's put out. He's just one of my most favorite artists ever. Does beautiful work. This fairy is the Fairy of Dark Despair. Absolutely love this one. But my second favorite, which I can't turn my arm the right way, but it's some kanji lettering that says, "In memory of Mother." I got this a few months after my mother passed away in 2007. So I really, really like that one. And I got some of these. And I've got some Asian style ones up there. And I'm not going to show you this one. I've got a little tiny one up here, then I've got a huge dream catcher, but I got a cut on my arm. It's trying to heal, so it looks kind of gross, so I'm not going to flash that. Plus I got some more on my back. Oh, and I actually have one on the back of my head as well. How old was I when I got my first tattoo? I don't know, it was in the early mid-90s, I guess. It's over here. It's an itty bitty peace sign with a rose on it. I'd always wanted a tattoo, but I didn't know how it would feel, so I got just the itty bitty one, just to test the waters. Ended up falling in love with the sensation of it, so all these tattoos later. But I think if I was somewhere maybe around 1920, I guess, 1920, maybe 21, but it was somewhere around there, over 20 years ago. What did my parents think of my tattoos? Well, my dad was just a piece of garbage, so his opinion either way didn't bother me. he didn't really say anything negative about it. He just didn't care. My mother, however, she didn't even see my first and only tattoo at the time until like 3 or 4 years later. I was sick. I was in bed. It was during the summer, and we didn't have AC at the time. And I was laying in bed sick, and I had on this little thin pajama top, tank top sort of thing. And she came in the bedroom to check on me because I was just so sick. And she saw it, and here I am. I am sick as hell, feeling like I'm on my deathbed, and she is berating me for getting a tattoo when I know how much she hates it. Then not long after, no, it was before that actually I had my tongue pierced. She had seen that, like within a week, because one of her sisters ratted on me, being the two-faced skag that she is, but, she still hadn't seen my tattoo up to that point. So it had been like 3 or 4 years after I had the tattoo that she saw it. She did not like it. But then I used to get, she wanted me to promise her I wouldn't get any more, and I told her I couldn't make that promise. So every so often, I would go get tattooed, get a paycheck, go to the tattoo shop, you know, so I just kind of built them up over time. She did not like it. I had a few, before she died, but as she died, I got a whole lot more, and she still didn't like that. I'm sure she was turning over in her grave saying, "Oh, no, why are you doing that?" Okay? Number 5, does your partner or spouse like them? Well, I'm single. However, anyone I've dated has liked them, or else obviously they wouldn't have been with me, and or they also had tattoos. So, these days I typically won't date anybody unless they have at least one tattoo. Because I would never want that to be a detrimental topic in, you know, a relationship. If we got in a fight, you know, when you fuss with people, sometimes, you know, they will call you out on anything that they see as a flaw, and I don't want my tattoos and my piercings to become an object of somebody's hatred or pettiness, so, I just won't date anybody that doesn't have at least one tattoo. That kind of squashes the problem right there. But I'm single, and only one who has to look at me and my tattoos is Padfoot, generally. And my friends don't seem to be ashamed, so whatever. 6, did you always have a love for tattoos, and what's your inspiration? Oh yeah. I knew as a little kid I always wanted tattoos. They fascinated me, which ties into my inspiration about it. I see an untattooed body as being one's own personal walking coloring book, a work of art. A lot of people think that those of us with tattoos are trashy and drinkers and partiers and drug addicts, that we're just low-life scum, and you know, you can't be any farther from the truth. I have a lot of tattoos and piercings. I'm a weird girl, but guess what? I've got some of the strongest morals and values of anyone out there, so you cannot judge somebody by appearance. You just can't. And it's good to see that so many workplaces and other places in the community are very welcoming of tattoos. I see doctors, male and female nurses, cops, paramedics. I mean, people even in some of the most, you know, high-paying jobs in tattoos, and it's becoming more acceptable. And that's great, because there is a lot of tattoo discrimination, but I've seen it decreasing over time. So that is really, really cool. Because again, that's the inspiration of why I got any of my tattoos. It's to me, it's just fine art that lives on you until you die, and it's a work of art that you get to take to the grave with you. And I mean, when you die, you can't take anything with you, but you can take your art, and that's what I love. And yeah, some of my tattoos may not have like any specific meaning or inspiration behind it. It was just something I liked, but usually there is some sort of connection to every tattoo I've gotten. So that's that. 7. Do you plan on getting more in the future? I would love to, but honestly, they're just expensive. We all know they're expensive. And when you live in a big city like here in Atlanta, the prices get jacked up even more. That's just how it is. Plus, the better quality you want your tattoos to be, you're going to have to pay for that quality. And, you know, if I had the funds, I would absolutely love to get more. They're addictive. And it's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. The most recent ones I have were the knuckle tats. Those are the first ones I had in maybe 6-7 years. I think I got one. Oh, my camera cut off because I forgot to put the memory card back in it, so it ate up on the memory. So anyway, I think it was probably like 6 or 7 years ago, when I'd gotten the last tats before my knuckle tats. I had gotten the dogs. They were just babies, and you know, I just don't have a lot of money. That's just a fact. And so I knew when I got the dogs that any saving that I would have for future tattoos now went into taking care of my babies. And to me, that was a sacrifice I will never regret. I'd rather have my babies more than anything else in the world. One of them is gone now, but I still have my Padster. Even if he does get on my last freaking nerves sometimes. I love him. Yeah. So, it was a small sacrifice. But one I'm happy with. I did get these. This was a special treat to myself because I had a little extra money. And they didn't cost very much. And they were a gift to myself. A celebration gift to myself. When I gave the boot to my last ex because he was an abusive, cheating bastard. And I had always wanted knuckle tats that said Lost Soul. And so that was a breakup gift, or celebration breakup gift to myself. And that was 2 years ago this month, in fact, around this time. So yeah, but I definitely would like more. But unless I win the lottery, probably not going to happen anytime soon. Unless I marry a tattoo artist, and I don't want to get married either, so yeah. We'll see where that goes. Number 8. Which tattoo would you say was the most painful? None of them! I actually love the sensation of getting a tattoo. To me, that is my meditation. It relaxes me beyond any measure. I just zone out when I get them. Sometimes I will even nod off. I'll just go like, you know, fall asleep because it just feels so good to me. I know that's so weird. I guess being somebody who since 16 years old has been in the BDSM bondage lifestyle, pain is really nothing to me. So, none of them really hurt. However, there was an incident with the one on the back of my head. And you can't see it because hair is there. Now, I used to shave the bottom half of the back of my head because I had a lot of thick hair, and still do, but not as much as I did then. And I get like these big, huge, nappy knots that formed a big ball like that under there. So I shaved it off so I didn't have to deal with that. And so, but my head looked kind of weird, so I had a tattoo put there. And the day I went to have it done, I was with a former friend, and I was stressed out. I can't remember why. Something was bothering me. Oh, it's when I was briefly married, so that says it right there. Stressed out with the whole husband thing, and so I wanted to go get a tattoo. He didn't have any, and he hated them, so I wanted to get one, and I wanted to get one back in my head, because I couldn't see it anyway. But he was being a terrible dick, and he was abusive too, so I was glad to be out of the house, escape from him for a while, and I wanted to get a tattoo on my head. Well, because I had been upset, I didn't eat, and I had low blood sugar, and he was in the middle of this tattoo, and it nicked me. It hit the bone right there, and it didn't really hurt, but it just felt this big explosion through my head, and I mean, I just dropped to the floor. And I can't even remember the name of the guy who tattooed me, but he was so freaked out. And my friend, she had seen me do that before, and I was, pass out from low blood sugar and whatnot. So, they gave me a soda and some cookies, and I was okay. And he finished the tattoo, but it didn't really hurt. It's just that when it nicked me and it hit the bone, it was like whoa. It just was a little overstimulated for my body, and I passed out. But none of my tattoos have ever hurt. They feel absolutely amazing. I love the sensation of it. And it's not a sensation you can even describe. It just feels good to me. But I'm into pain, so if you've never gotten a tattoo before and you're thinking about it, don't go by what I say. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't hurt. It's different for every person. But for me, I get off on stuff like that. It's awesome. And totally got off on my piercings. They hurt, but it was just like, oh, it's just so awesome. 9. Do I regret any of my tattoos? No. I got them because I wanted them, and I knew they were going to be smacked on there forever. I don't like that laser tattoo removal thing. That just mucks up your skin worse than a tattoo. If you don't like your tattoo, take the money and get a cover-up instead of laser tattoo removal, because that's just going to scar your skin and make you look like you were burned up in a fire. And that's more unattractive. So, I personally don't regret what I put on my body. The only regret about it in general that I have is, like I said, my mom didn't like them. And she never judged me for having them. She just did not like tattoos on people. And it wasn't a religious thing, because I grew up in a New Age home, so it wasn't a religious factor. She didn't like him. I think they just kind of wear her out, because she had very paper thin skin, and so she had she had a kind of a skin phobia about her sensitive skin, and so I think that was more what just bothered her about it, thinking that it was something horrible and painful. The only regret I have about having tattoos is that I know my mom didn't like them, and I hope that, I don't want to cry, I hope that she never felt disappointed in me by them. And I asked her that, and she said no, she could never feel disappointed in me. I was very smart, and I was a good person, and she raised me the right way, like I said, with morals and values, so she had no reason to be disappointed in me. But I just felt bad because I know she didn't like them. But she understood that I had the need, as an artist, and a lover of art. That was my way of expressing myself. So she accepted me as I was, you know. So, 10, what was your least painful tattoo? Like I said, none of them hurt. I think they all feel good. I enjoy getting them done. So none of them hurt. And the final question, 11, who would you tag? Well, kind of like the lovely ladies over at Creepenstein. I don't know who to tag specifically, because I know not every one of my subscribers has tattoos, maybe doesn't like them, or just doesn't care. So I will leave it an open tag if you want to do it, or you do the tag video for it if you're tattooed. You know, come back, comment, leave a link to your video in the comments of my video, this video, so that I can see your answers. And that's it for the tattoo tag. And that's it for us. Come here. Sit. Where'd it go? I love doing that to him. It's right here. Here it is. Here. Here. Come get it. Come get it. Look, here. Here it is. There it is. You want it? Come here. He's so mad at me today. Come here. Come. Up here. Up. Sit. Sit. Have a hug. Oh, he's so mad at me today. I want a hug. Give me a hug. Oh, you're going to give me a lean? Fist bump. Kiss. Kiss. Oh, thank you. Now get 90 pounds off of my ribcage. Thank you very much. And that is it for us. Peace. Say bye, bubbies.